Hello, I'm Dulcie, and in today's vlog, I just wanted to share one day at my studio, a crafty vlog. So I woke up to this amazing box from Itsy Bitsy. I really wanted to try all of their vinyls. As you know, I'm a holographic fan, so I ordered all of the holographic category that they have. There's white, opal blue, opal pink, and holographic. Then a few others, metallic gold and black. I really want to do some stickers with them. Each of them costed me under 300 bucks, and that's a good deal. Moving on to our next thing, which is this foiled sheet. At first glance, on the camera, this sheet looks really nice, but in reality, I think there's a misprint. Not sure what I'm gonna do with it, but it's good to have. It was 30 bucks. And then I also bought this cardstock pack, which was so cheap. I mean, this was like 130 rupees. And these are really thick papers. They're only printed on one side, the other side is white. Half the prints are not that bad, they're actually pretty good. And I'm thinking about maybe making some envelopes or some gift card holders, something like that. I don't know where I'm gonna use it, but I feel like it's good to have for this amount. 124 for about 20 sheets, and these are 12 by 12, more than 250 GSM. But look at the prints. I think the prints are really nice. I'm not sure what these are for. If you know where people use this, I'm thinking on a greeting card, but there was also a sheet of this and a sheet of this. I'm also unsure where they use it. It's not a sticker, it's just plain cardboard. I did order a inexpensive, I think it was 30 rupees, but that stamp was supposed to be a Pepsi stamp. This one just says Italy. Not sure where I'm gonna use it. This is an acrylic block. I want to use it for clear stamps. Again, it was really cheap, I think 90 rupees for this one. And that's it, that was my haul. Moving on to the good part of the video. I have decided to make some really cute bows for my shop, and inspired from Barbie, I'm selecting this color palette, which is all pinks, light pinks and white. And we're gonna mix match and create some beautiful bows which can be turned into keychains, bow pins, magnets, you name it. A pin for a dog or your kid. What we need for this is the felt. We need our design space. I'll be using rotary blade to cut my felt, but it can be cut using fine point blade as well. And if you're interested in using the same SVG, then the link is in the description, and this is the process to upload it. The SVG links that I've created, they are mixed match, so I have named it as layer 1, layer 2, layer 3 and layer 4. Layer 1 is supposed to be one color, layer 2 second color, 3 third color, and 4th color. And once all of them have been cut out, we have to combine them and create a multicolored bow. That's how the SVG is designed. There's also another file that you can find wherein all of these bows are just in one file, and you can select the color that you want. Not necessary that you have to follow me. Over here, I am just trying to resize it. I wanted to make everything under 6 inches. There's a different SVG also available for individual bows as well on the link, as you can see below. Once you're happy with the size, hit make it. That's it. Name your project. I'm calling it Bulk Bow Creation. You can move the bows around in the canvas to save up on your felt. I like to attach and then ask it to make it. It will then ask you to connect with the machine via Bluetooth. Till then, prepare your mat. Use the small scraper tool to clean any residue on your mat. And place your first color. I am cutting my first color to be this dark pink. This next step is optional if you're planning to use rotary blade as I am using. Remove it from its cover, like so, and place it in clamp B. Remember to placing it in clamp B. B is for blades. And make sure that it's tight enough, sitting there well. When prompted on our iPad, we are going to feed the mat when it asks here. And then click Edit Tools and select Rotary Blade. In case you aren't using rotary blade, leave it as it and continue with the basic steps. It's gonna take less than 2 minutes to cut. This is how the first layer of my designed SVG should cut out. Very crisp. This is the second layer. Don't worry, all of these are jumbled up. And this is the third layer. And we also have one more layer, the white layer. All we have to do is just put some glue and fold it to the middle. And that's how the bow is gonna look like. The good part about this SVG is that any front goes with any back. With just this one SVG, we can have so many combinations, and every bow is gonna turn out to be very, very unique by itself. And of course, since we're using different color combinations, the possibilities are absolutely endless. Up close, you can see how crispy they have cut all of these bows. There's no extra fiber flying around. There's no double cutting, just top notch. So this is the fourth layer, the white layer. This has some pretty big bows. And oh my god, the way that these guys turned out to be these pretty bows. Stay tuned until later in the video to see how these are assembled, and you can make them too. Now to group them together according to their design, and you will see how nicely all the colors come together, multiple, and you didn't have to do any hassle. Everything was done for you. The SVG was cut in a way that every bow had a different color combination. In the SVG, you will find these PNGs to group them together so that every bow looks amazing. But you can also go on with your creativity, and you can decide to combine any bow with any backing, and it's gonna look equally pretty. I can guarantee you that. After grouping them together, you will recognize that we'll be making about 5 to 6 bows using this SVG, all with different color combination. Okay, now moving on to pasting. I use B7000. There are better adhesive in the market. I find this to be really strong. The only backdrop, however, is that it takes a long time to dry. but it's really, really strong. Like once it's stuck together, it's stuck together. So that's what I like about this glue, and it works well on felt as well. It just needs a longer time to dry, so be mindful of that. The technique to paste it is really simple. You just have to put glue on the ends and in the middle and then fold it. Make sure to not press it, otherwise your fold or your loop will fall flat, which would not give the 3D dimension to the bow. So just do this for every bow that we cut out. I use these small pins, or I don't know what you call them, but these small pins to put them together while the glue dries, and leave it aside. Come back to it after 30 to 40 minutes. Another good thing that I forgot to tell you about this glue is that it's transparent. So it dries transparent, it is transparent, and it doesn't show. We can't see this glue at all. So another thing why I like this glue a lot. I like to paste all of these bows, do the first step of for all the bows together, and then move on to the second step. So this is the second step, attaching the base of the bow as well as the front band. Now you can choose the band to go over the base or under the base. And this is a Barbie bow. It's a big bow. If you cut it out of fox leather, you will have more wrinkles and more dimension to play with. This is felt. I couldn't wrap it around as tight as I wanted to be just because the felt wasn't as stiff. But you can try different sort of things. You can even switch up the backing and even add another bow in the front. So totally up to you. I decided to turn this bow into a magnet that can stick to any magnetic surface. I also want to put it up on my fridge or locker, and I think this looked perfect. So in the end, I will be adding a magnet onto the back. Now with the bow that have two bows, I like to glue both of the joint part together so that it gives a much more loop in the front, and it's also much more sturdy when both the two ends are stuck together. Isn't this zigzag bow the best bow in this whole bundle? I really liked it. I think it's really versatile. You can put the front bow in any direction. You can play around with it. And it's so unique. I decided to turn this into a pin in the end. So just hold on and watch the entire thing to see how I turned it into a pin. The main idea for me to record my process is not to just show or give a tutorial on how to make a bow. Like, there are a million tutorials on how to make a bow. I think my videos are taking a direction of how to create your own liable business or create products using Cricut that you can sell, or you can put it as a flea market or even on your website. And I think that's where my whole channel is taking its direction. So moving on to the last and the best part about finishing these bows off. So you remember how we were looping the white band around the bow? That's where we're gonna slide in keychain jump starter ring as well, so that it's sturdy. And because this adhesive is so strong, that keychain jumper is not going to make sure that your finishing is perfect and the jumper or keychain loop that you've chosen is good quality, because that's what's gonna make your product stand and look pretty. So that's what I'm trying to do here. Just loop in your jumper ring with the white loop around the bow, and that's it. That's how you make a keychain. Look how cute this magnet turned out to be. All you have to do is just glue a small magnet on the same white band, either inside or outside. I chose to do outside. Now let's finish these off with some nice packaging. I've printed out my logo with QR code and social links on a copy paper, and all I'm doing is gluing it to a thicker paper so that it's sturdy. The backing of the bow is sturdy. I prefer making all of my packaging in-house, just so I control the quality and I control everything. And this is just one of the ways of doing it. Maybe you can learn something, or maybe you can try this for yourself as well, for your small business. I always like to run anything that I've pasted together, either cardstock or paper or anything with Fevicol or any other glue. I like to run it through my laminator, and this just seals it and makes it as together as it can be. Instead of doing some printing, I thought I'll just handwrite the name of the bow, and also made by Dulcie, because at the back I do have my QR code and other links. I thought it gave it a much more personal touch, and it showed that I cared about the packaging. As small business, sometimes we want to make everything so perfect and so industrial looking and so top notch that we forget that we are still small business. We are not, creating things in bulk of thousands or 2,000s, and we don't need to achieve that perfection. And sometimes just owning up to the personalization, writing things up, making it imperfect is what would make your small business stand out. So don't shy away from writing certain things, or don't shy away from using homemade packaging, or don't shy away from using scraps for your packaging, because that just defines your small business a lot more. It tells a lot more. But again, it does not mean that your packaging should look ugly or it should look really top notch. There has to be a good balance in the middle. It has to reflect your personality, because after all, it is your personal brand, it is your small business. So yes, all I'm saying is don't overspend on your packaging, don't overthink on your packaging, and don't go after the perfect thing. And it's also very important to keep your packaging as simple, affordable as possible. Right now I'm just reprinting my QR codes and social links since I ran out of that, and I'm printing it on a colored copy paper. These colored copy paper you can get on Amazon for 90 rupees a bundle. I chose pink and blue, and there you have it, we have it. And then we cut it through our proper sizing. So everything is in-house. You don't have to wait for everything. You don't have to direct anybody to do anything. And that's really the fun part of being a small business owner. It started to rain outside, and then a few minutes later there was sunshine. That's Pune weather for you guys. It's amazing. The whole collection together looks really pretty. It's screaming handmade with love vibe that I wanted to get. I always like to add a lot of love and empathy to every product that I'm creating. And if you would like to support my small business and purchase these or any other items, please hop on to dulcie.mini.store. You can also buy the SVG from there. If you're not in India and you would like to purchase the SVG, hop on to dulcie.gumroad.com. I constantly update and upload so many Cricut projects and SVGs that you can download from there. So there we have it, guys. We have successfully managed to create 9 different types of bows. Some are magnets, some are charms, some are made out of fox leather, some are made out of felt, some are keychains, some are bow pins, one SVJ, and so many possibilities. So thank you so much. I really do appreciate you guys watching till the end and supporting my channel, supporting my business. In the next video, I'm gonna show you how to create these thank you cards. So don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. I'll see you in the next one.